Hey everybody, Karen Cat again. Okay, first of all, I apologize for the glare I'm getting off of my O-ring light here. I'm going to do my best. I think that's a good spot. All right, so this is our first recording in our brand new official studio, moved in just today in Berthoud, Colorado, but I have no furniture, no anything except blinds on the windows, so we're going to make do. And today's topic is about trade-offs. In our confident living, we have to make choices. So one of the choices I had to trade off today was the schedule that I have and that I'm doing this with crazy lighting and no furniture and probably a little bit of an echo in here. But I wanted to get this going and I wanted to stay consistent to do my videos on the 1st and the 15th of each month. The other trade-off, a lot of people know we moved from Missouri to Colorado. And that is a big change in cost of living, lifestyle, home, everything. Size of the home, size of the yard, everything. And we're very, very happy. We are so glad we made this change, but I will say I was nervous about going to a house that's approximately, it's almost half the size of what we were used to completely, but our living space on the upstairs is about maybe 1/3 of what we were used to, but we're very happy with it. We really, really are. And I can't say enough for Sage Homes and the builder and the quality of work they do and everything they did to welcome us, and as well as our real estate agent, Janice Prose, with Glenn, Dakota Glenn Marketing. But we had to make these choices. We've been planning this for, we started planning the downsize about 3 years ago. And we thought we were going to be in an apartment in both Missouri and Colorado. Maybe condos, maybe apartments, maybe senior living, patio homes. We weren't sure. But we did start doing the downsize, and we had to start living as if we were on a retirement income so that we could save up extra money. And so this is a process. We didn't do this lightly. We came out, we checked around, and then, as many of you know, about a year ago, we decided we would move here full time. And that meant my husband retiring several years earlier than he planned, and me figuring out the podcast and giving up my Mary Kay career, all of which turned out to be very good decisions. But we had to trade off. How did we live? How did we spend our money? What the area we were living in, what we do with our day, all of that. You trade off one for the benefit of the other. And a third thing, before we moved out here, Larry and I both, because we wanted these 2 weeks, we're in the middle of the process. We still have to fly back to Missouri and then drive a U-Haul back here. And so we wanted to be able to focus on moving and enjoying our new home and getting all these things set up. So for several months, Larry was getting everything wrapped up and finished, and he will have to make the trade-off with work of traveling back and forth for the next 3 months to finish work in Missouri and living here. I chose to, 3 weeks ago, for the last 3 weeks, I chose to put myself under the pressure of doing 9 weeks of episodes in a 3-week period. And because I knew I wouldn't have internet reception and being in between appointments, I couldn't spend hours on a blog and getting things right. So got all of that done. So the pressure we put on ourselves, the trade-off, was to put in an excessive amount of work for a 3-week period so that we could relax and be focused and be in the moment for a 2-week period. And we are both so glad we did. And it's working out extremely well. Neither one of us could do that without our teams to support us. My husband has a great law firm and paralegal who, Sonia, Love her. She's just amazing, runs that place, and she's checking in and communicating by email, and Travis is taking over and consulting with clients, and we couldn't do it if we didn't have a team. And the same for me. If I didn't have Dino to do the editing, Cassie to produce the show and put together the blog, and then Stella is now a virtual assistant, none of this would have happened, because I was in appointments this morning when they got everything posted and everything sent out, and I have no internet. Thank goodness for smartphones. I can do a video and send that out. But other than that, I could not have done any of this without help. And it requires a lot of planning and mental preparation, being prepared that I know I'm giving these things up. And I posted recently on my Instagram, it was something from Don Ruiz, R-U-I-Z, Don Miguel Ruiz. I might get a little wrong here, but the paraphrase is that most people won't give something up because they don't like change, because they think more about what they're giving up than what they're going to gain. And I will say, with these trade-offs, we have had to be very focused for the past year on what we would gain based on what we were giving up. We have no qualms. As soon as we walked in the house today, we have no qualms about having gotten rid of all of our furniture, artwork. I mean, we got rid of everything. When we go back and get a U-Haul, we are getting 4 boxes of wardrobe clothes and kitchen items and our dog, and very few personal belongings. But we have no qualms about downsizing all of the stuff and the changes in our careers and the changes for our marriage. And I'm going to add this to the women. I don't know that often enough we thank and appreciate and respect our husbands for their hard work and their sacrifice to our families and our marriage and everything they provide. I made a point of telling Larry this often throughout the last week, but especially today at the closing. I said, I thank you for everything that you have done to work so hard and everything you have sacrificed for this dream to come true for us, and hard work and sacrifice for our marriage, for this new dream in our marriage. I so appreciate that. And men need to know that. We might deserve it, but we still need to tell them thank you for doing it. So be sure to thank your spouse, whether you're a man or a woman. Thank your spouse for everything they are doing for the dreams for your marriage to come true. And be sure you are giving that same dedication. And when we make those trade-offs, we look for what we are gaining and why we are making the trade-off, not what we are losing. I promise if it's a sincere trade-off, you won't miss it. So let me know, what are trade-offs you are doing right now to make your dreams come true and live confidently? Be sure to check out my YouTube site. Subscribe for free. You can subscribe to our email for Conversations with Kat. You can apply through conversations.com, and we put a link so that you can apply for the Confident Living program that starts in October. And of course, you can always subscribe to the podcast for free. See you soon. See you on the 15th.